Hello, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. This is the first ever Work Your Craft original work segment. And I am super duper honored to be the first ever original work here on Work Your Craft. So my name is Ethan Lazaro and I wrote the play Sessions. This is a very sensitive topic play. So if you are triggered by firearms, sensitive topics like suicide, death, murder, anything like that, advisory for that. But this is a very important play to me for a multitude of reasons, but it's mainly for perseverance through hard times and how sometimes things get really tough and sometimes things can really get to us. So I hope you all enjoy, and I'm going to let my amazing actors take it away. Thank you so much.
Dr. Ramos, Mr. Matthews is here to see you.
Thank you, Linda. You can send him in. Welcome back, Luke. Happy to see you. I apologize for my missing our last session. Something came up, but I promise you, you have my undivided attention now.
Oh, great.
So, what's new? Do anything fun since we last met?
Not really.
Nothing? That doesn't really sound like you. All right, well, let's just move on from the pleasantries.
Please do. I'm trying to get out of here ASAP.
Okay, Luke, that's not the attitude that I want around here. Okay? This is a safe space.
Fine, whatever.
It's better. So, how are you feeling? It's been a few months since the incident. Are you any better? Worse?
The same.
That's better than worse.
Never mind. It's worse.
Very funny, Luke. You always were a jokester. Is comedy something you use to cope? If not, how do you cope?
Hope? Cope? I live every day thinking about how it could have been different. Watching the same moment over and over and over, repeating itself, making me feel more guilty. Like, what if we took our bikes instead of walked? And what if Tommy wasn't so fucking high all the time? You ask these questions until you land yourself in therapy sessions with smunks like you with your degrees from Hudsonville Community College and your night school PhDs, sitting here telling the same stories until I want to cut my ears off. I don't want to be here just as much as you do. If you don't want me to lecture you, then don't fucking do it to me. So, how do I cope? Newsflash, Doc, I don't cope.
Hi, Dr. Ramos.
Hi, hello, Miss Lang. Glad to have you back. Looks like the operation was a success. So, please have a seat.
Thank you, doctor. Though I prefer standing now that I can feel it without, feeling like someone has my leg in a vice grip.
Yeah, no, I understand. I would probably do the same thing myself. Congratulations.
Thank you, doctor. How did you know you wanted to be a counselor?
What do you mean?
Did you always want to be a counselor, or?
Well, I always knew I wanted to help people.
Then why didn't you become a medical practitioner?
Oof, I was never cut out for the hospital life. It's a whole different world, and many of the nurses and medical practitioners would say that they weren't cut out for what I do. So.
I never thought about it that way.
Do you see yourself in the medical field, Rachel?
I don't see why not. My mom and dad work at the hospital. They were working the night Charlie died. They said it was the busiest they had in months. They tried to save him. He had lost so much blood and the bullet was lodged in his chest and...
Okay, Ms. Lang, I get the idea.
Sorry. The whole thing just interests me, Why would a guy rob 3 kids on their way home from a convenience store? Why not rob the convenience store?
I don't know, Miss Lang. But let's get back to you. Have you worked on your paintings?
Yeah, I haven't had a lot of time, but I've been working on a few.
Okay, that's great. I'd love to see them.
I have some photos if you'd like to look.
Yeah, please. Wow. These are
Dark, macabre, depressing. Yeah, I know. That's how a lot of Hutsville feels. To lose one person in a small town like ours, it's a loss to everyone.
yeah, I know what you mean. I find even myself struggling to process the event. I mean, if this is how I feel, I can only imagine what you students must be going through.
Like Luke?
Miss Lang, you know that I'm not supposed to talk about my other clients. It's confidential information. But yes, like Luke.
He commissioned a painting from me. He gave a list of things he hates and how he feels. You were mentioned a lot.
Mhm. All right, well, let's work on getting you a brighter color palette and we can try this again next week.
Okay, doctor. Thanks.
Oh, Luke. Luke, hi. I'm sorry, I forgot that we had booked a session for this week. Oh, no, wait. Luke, I'm sorry. No, please sit. Okay.
Oh, don't let me interrupt your lunch, Doc. I know you have much more important things to be doing.
Luke, it was a mistake. I'm sorry, but I'm here for you. Okay, my clients are my main priority.
Your secretary has to get a better schedule of you.
Luke, Linda is doing a good job. I get distracted. Okay, sidetracked, if you will. It's my fault.
Seems like you need therapy instead of me.
Was that so? Care to elaborate?
Let's see. Judging by your sandwich, I can see that you went to Subway, which any person in Hudsonville would know that is the cheap version of Jersey Mike's that is right across the street. But you could barely afford that sandwich. You're nearly broke. The school isn't paying you what your dozens of diplomas say that you should be making. So the first half is your lunch and the second is your dinner. Your hair is oily and messy. So I'm assuming you haven't showered, not because you don't want to, but because your water and heat got shut off. Shut off. Because you missed your rent for your condo. That makes you feel wealthy because it's right outside of the Highlands. You have worn the same 2 button-up shirts for the past 3 years because even Savers is getting a little too pricey for you. You get distracted and sidetracked because regardless of what you say, we are not your main priority because all you can think about is whether or not to ask Linda out to that dinner because you aren't sure if you can afford it. Am I hot or am I cold?
See you next week. Yeah, Linda.
Dr. Ramos, Thomas Reed is here to see you.
Thank you, Linda. Can you send him in? Also, can you give me a copy of next week's schedule?
Yes, doctor.
Hey, Doc, what's going on?
Mr. Reed, I'm fine.
Oh, come on, Doc. We're cool like that. You can call me Tommy.
All right, Tommy, what's on your mind?
You know, same old, same old.
I see. Well, if things have been same old, then we don't really have much to talk about, do we?
Oh, of course we got stuff to talk about. How are you, Linda?
What?
Oh, come on, don't be so coy, Doc. I see the way you two look at each other. Yeah, I see that. She's been working with you for how many years now?
Mr. Reed, that is none of your business.
Come on, enough with the niceties. When are you guys moving in together?
All right, we're changing the subject. How have you been since we last spoke?
Oh, Doc. It's me. It's Tommy. I'm cool, man.
How have you been without drugs?
Oh, terrible. But I got enough to last me until the next sesh. So the next time you see me, I will be, I will still be as cool as a cucumber.
Are you sober right now?
Doc, it is a Tuesday at noon at school, and I just had lunch. Of course, I'm not fucking sober.
Language, Mr. Reed. You're lucky I don't report you.
But you can't, because that would violate hippo or whatever, right? Hippo?
HIPAA. And yes,
Hippo. You think Linda knows about hippo laws?
Mr. Lee, I think it would be best if you went on your way.
Wait. Okay, I'm sorry. It's just smoking is the only thing that stops them.
Who? Stops who?
The thoughts. They always bother me at the worst times. Taking tests, eating food, taking a shit. I can't stop them myself, so having my friend Mary Jane come around and she keeps me safe.
What are these thoughts exactly?
Memories. Memories from that night. They're choppy, but I remember the worst pieces. I remember I froze. I was paralyzed. I couldn't move. I don't think I greened out, but something triggered the opposite of my fight or flight reflexes.
Tommy, if these thoughts are getting worse, I highly suggest other methods rather than marijuana to regulate them.
Thanks, Doc, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what I say. My homegrown herbs will do just fine. You got a lighter?
Goodbye, Mr. Reed.
Dr. Ramos, Miss Anna Cross is here to see you.
Thank you, Linda. Please send her in. Also, can you please reschedule my next appointment? I would like to have a chat with you about some important matters.
Right away, doctor, but your next appointment is with Luke Matthews. You've rescheduled with him twice just this month.
He'll understand. I really think that I'm making a breakthrough with him.
Okay, doctor. Sending in Miss Cross now.
Ah, Anna, welcome. Have a seat.
Hello, Dr. Ramos. Thanks for squeezing me in.
Oh, of course, Anna, I'm always available. I always want to have time for my clients. So, what's on your mind?
Well, I have this friend who's going through a really hard time, and I want to help them, but they won't listen to me. It feels like I'm talking to a brick wall, like all I'm doing is being a nuisance, and I just want them to smile again.
That is a very kind thing to do, Anna. Who is your friend?
I'd rather not say. I don't want to cause any trouble.
I understand. But if this person begins to show signs of hurting you or themselves or someone else, I have to know, okay?
Of course, doctor. No, I don't think they would hurt me.
Think. So you're not sure.
Well,
Is there something that you aren't telling me?
it's just that ever since Charlie died, everyone's been on edge, you know?
Well, this was the first and hopefully last death of your class. So it's really heart-wrenching, and it's a troubling thing, and we're all going through it.
Yeah, and this friend of mine was particularly close to Charlie and hasn't been right ever since.
Tommy?
Ew, no, not him. He always smells like skunk.
Right, then who?
Luke?
Luke.
Yeah,
You're friends with Luke?
I thought we were more than friends. But ever since Charlie died, he hasn't talked to me.
Wait, more than friends. What do you... Oh. I see. Love is truly a strange thing, Miss Cross. Much like our universe, it's something that we cannot truly comprehend.
No offense, doctor, but I have heard that one before.
Right. Well, now it's even more true.
I don't know why I love him. I mean, we have been going to school together since preschool, and I always thought he was cute. Now that we're older, I don't know. Something in me just wants to be loved. Charlie always came first, though. Even if things between Luke and I got serious, Charlie would take priority, and I accept that. Their bond was unbreakable. I just wish that Luke felt the same way about me. I guess I should probably just go to my next class. Thanks for letting me rant, Dr. Ramos. Can we set up a time for next week?
Yeah, of course. Just sign out with Linda when you leave.
Hello, doctor. I have next week's schedule for you.
Thank you, Linda. Hey, how long have we been working together?
Well, sir, it's actually the 6-year anniversary today.
Is it? I had no idea. Happy work anniversary, Linda. Thank you for all you've done for me.
Oh, doctor, I don't know what to say. It's been a great 6 years.
Yes, it has. Also, I have a surprise for you. How does dinner at Montilio sound?
Doctor, are you asking me on a date?
That depends. Would you like it to be a date?
I would like that very much.
Great. Does Friday sound good for you?
Sounds perfect, doctor.
Perfect.
I have some more things to file, so I'll leave you for now, doctor.
Of course, Linda. Bye.
Oh, Mr. Matthews, hello. Luke Matthews is here, doctor.
Ah, Luke. Yes, come in, come in. I was just about to have Linda reschedule you for tomorrow. How does that sound? Luke? You okay? What's wrong? Luke, what are you doing? Put the gun down, okay? Luke, let's just talk, okay? Easy, Luke. Easy. Please, let's just sit and talk. Is this about Charlie? It wasn't your fault, Luke. You did everything that you could to save your friends, and so did Charlie. Sacrifice to save you and Tommy. That was no one. Sacrifice to save you and Tommy was something that no one should ever have to face. And I get that you feel extreme guilt. All right, I know how you feel.
No, you fucking don't. You have no idea what I'm going through. If I was a social outcast before, then I'm a social exile now. I get letters, vandalism on my locker, my house, my bike. My old man makes me repaint the house every time it happens, blaming me. Everyone says that it isn't it's my fault and that it should have been me instead of Charlie. Do you know what that's like? Having everyone you love and know and care about say that you were better off dead. And you know what? The more I think about it, the more I think they might be right.
No, Luke!
Thank you all so much. Cast, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful job. Thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate it. That was beautiful. Again, thank you all to those who watched. It means a lot to me that we get to do things like this. And it's really cool that, you know, Dean and the performing arts are bringing acknowledgement to, you know, these original work. So thank you all so much. And please, please, please give a big round of applause for MJ Kirsch's play Music.
Hi. So we're about to watch my short play Music, and first I just want to say to Ethan and the cast of Sessions, that was absolutely beautiful and I enjoyed watching it so much. So Music is a play that is one of my favorites that I wrote that centers a lot around passion and the idea that people sometimes have towards passion, and sometimes the negative side effects of that, and how we have to focus on ourselves as people and know our worth outside of our work. And without further ado, please enjoy Music.
And then after Serenade for the Doll, I'm gonna play La Campanella.
The Campanella, a grievous choice if not done right.
Well, I think I should be okay. I mean, I've practiced for practically hours now.
Practically, you keep the whole campus awake playing Gershwin till dawn.
Well, I can play Gershwin with Liszt.
Well, don't get cocky now, Mr. Barlow, but you have come extraordinarily far as a performer. It's a proud day to see you perform in a real hall.
Well, thank you, Mr. Dallaire. It was really your recommendation that booked it for me, so I don't know how I would have gotten to David Geffen Hall without your music class.
You're a hard worker, Felix. They told me they needed a pianist for one night only and wanted to see if any of my students had what it took. You were the first one that came to mind.
And I'm forever grateful for that. I mean, as soon as I booked it, all I've been thinking about is this concert.
I hope you've been thinking about sleep once in a while, too.
Come on, Miss Dallaire,
I'm serious. Health is just as important as practice. More, even.
yeah, and I'm perfectly healthy.
Health and relationships, seeing friends, family. You could use more of that, always cooped up in the practice room all day.
Being cooped up in the practice room is what gets you to play La Campanella.
They don't care if you play Old MacDonald so well as it's good.
Right, but I can't just be good. I have to be great. This is my first real concert. This is my start as like a real pianist, a real musician.
You already are a musician. You're just not Liszt.
If I want to be Liszt, I don't have time for anything else. I have to.
You have to be Barlow, not Liszt.
Can we stop saying Liszt? Look, sorry, it's just. You have no idea how much this means to me.
I think I have a pretty good idea. But remember, rest, people, relationships. Liszt had a wife, you know, and partners.
I could have a wife. Partners, I doubt it, but I mean, I haven't thought that far ahead with Emily, but I.
Emily.
Oh, yeah, Fitch, my girlfriend.
Oh, yes, Miss Fitch. How are things going between you two?
Emily, it's good. I'm taking her to dinner before the show tonight.
Before?
Yeah, before.
Well, you're going to want to head over soon. It's already 5:45.
It's not 5:45, it's 5:45. The concert starts at 7.
The concert starts at 7 and it's 5:45.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I have to get to the concert hall. I thought I had more time. Shit. Thank you, Miss Dallaire. I'll see you after. Okay.
Felix, I'm all set for dinner. I hope I didn't take too long to get ready. I had Anne wash my dress last night, but it was still a little damp, so I took my hairdryer
Emily,
to it.
I'm sorry. I have to cancel.
What?
Look, I mixed up the time and the concert's at 7, so I really have to go.
But you always have to go.
I know. I just.
It's not even 6 yet.
Yeah, I know, but I have to get there to set up and to warm up and.
You promised me you would take me to dinner. You put the concert before everything else lately. Everything. Now this?
Okay, look, another night. Emily, the concert is tonight.
Dinner was tonight.
Another night. There could be traffic. I've got to go.
Felix!
Look, I'm already late. It's a far drive. I have to go fast. I'll see you both after the show, okay? Look, I love you.
It's not even 6.
Yeah, no, I.
Well, be safe. Don't go speeding. Felix! I hope that you know you're hurting me.
Look, I'm sorry.
I worry about Mr. Barlow. One of the most talented students I've ever seen. I fear there's not much more to him than musician anymore. That's not good for a person.
It's all he ever talks about. Never us, never the future, only class, only music.
He's lucky to have someone who cares about him so much.
His luck might just run out.
Scene 2. Street sounds can be heard. The sounds of car swervings, honking its horn, then a crash. Police sirens are heard, as well as a 911 phone call. All is silent. Slowly the curtain opens. The practice room. The room has a desk and a chair with papers stacked on top of it, music and band posters pacing the walls, as well as sound-reflecting panels. There are a few instruments around the room, and in the middle of the room is a gorgeous grand piano with a paper folder resting on top. Sat in front of it is Felix in a joystick wheelchair, both his hands wrapped tight in casts, broken. His mouth is in a noticeable frown, completely frozen, his eyes laying in despair on the sheet of paper on the music stands. Emily steps in with a bag over her shoulder.
Felix? Felix, don't torture yourself. Delara already told you twice not to come back here. Felix? What you looking at?
Paralysis from the waist down, breaks and fractures in both hands and wrists. Patient must remain in wheelchair and cast until recovery, if any possible.
Will you stop reading the hospital report?
I don't have to. I practically memorized it by now.
Felix.
My life is over, Emily. It's done. Finished.
You're in college. Your life is not over.
Look at my hands. I can't play. I can't do anything.
Oh, Felix, come on. There's plenty that you can...
Look at my hands. Every moment of my life I spent working for that concert. And then when I'm right there, piece. Get car! Ah!
Felix, stop it!
Ow. Ow.
Don't hurt yourself. You're making it worse.
Why does it matter? It's hopeless. I'm hopeless.
Don't say that.
Why? Because it's not like it matters. I don't think it could be much worse if I was amputated. After the crash, I couldn't even look down. My hands, they were just so twisted. They were cracked and shriveled. I didn't know if there was more pain in them or in my head. Just knowing what that meant. These hands were my future. These hands were trained since I was a kid. Thousands of dollars have gone into training these hands to just... That's all I've got. Music is my life. I don't know what to do now. It's all I think. It's all I hear. And now it's just silence.
I'm sorry. But hey, maybe this is a sign to take some time off, explore other things, spend time with your family.
What?
Or what?
How can you say that? Were you even listening to me?
I'm always listening to you. All I ever do is listen to you.
Well, this is my life. Okay, this is my career. This is my whole future. How do you just expect me to move on?
I didn't say just move on. I'm saying that rather than focusing on the negatives.
Negatives? There are no positives. Okay, I can do nothing. All that I have is nothing.
You're allowed to be upset. Felix, you cannot just sit there and look me in the eyes and tell me that you have nothing, that you're abandoned.
Okay, you have no idea what it's like to lose everything.
Don't you dare tell me that I don't know what it's like to lose everything. I thought you died last week, Felix Barlow. I thought you were dead. Or worse.
Worse?
What you are now. Alive and wishing you weren't. You can be upset. You can be heartbroken and motionless and recite your own death sentence as much as you want. But you cannot tell me that I'm not hurting too. That my pain wasn't real. That my pain isn't real.
Sorry.
It's all right. Just
Can I be alone for a bit?
what?
I just need some space.
I should have given you space a long time ago.
Wait.
My apologies for disturbing the genius.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. Not unless you mean it. Thought so.
Ah! God. What, you didn't like that? Yeah, me either. Like vanilla. Mock me, why don't you? Just a D sharp. That's it. That's all you. Fuck! Broken fucking body!
He's getting here all. Felix?
Mr. Barlow, why are you back in my classroom?
You weren't using it, so
Well, neither are you. Out.
Mr. Lair,
My classroom. Go. This is the third time now, Felix. You can't keep coming here.
there's nowhere else I feel like I can go.
You have a dorm, student hall, friends' dorms, rec room. If what you say is true, then your injuries aren't your problem. You should be happy in more than one place.
I am. I can be. It's just right now
Right now, you're only making it worse for yourself. You're prolonging your pain.
you know how hard I've worked, Mr. Lair.
I do.
Do you
Felix.
even know how long it's taken me to get here? To this room, and now I have to sit in this fucking wheelchair.
Language.
Whatever. I haven't stopped working my entire life for this one thing, and as soon as I might finally be good enough, I screwed it up. I did this to myself. It's my fault. I was reckless. And I ruined my shot. My one shot, I just... Living with that knowledge, I've never despised myself more for anything. I'm lost. I'm losing it. I want to go home. I never want to leave.
Felix. You're going through a lot right now. What you need is to take a step back. I can't tell you what your future or recovery is going to look like. I don't have that answer. No one does. But if you love music, be a musician. You'll figure it out. Maybe not at this moment, but you will.
What if I never play again?
I don't have the answer to that. Only time will tell. But right now, you need to focus on recovery. Because hitting that hard wood isn't getting you back any sooner. So, What's your next move?
I have no fucking idea. I mean, the legs I can live with that all I eat.
I could take care of you if you want. But if you want to be alone, I completely respect that.
I'm so
and-
sorry. About earlier, you were just trying to help, and I was screaming at you, and
Hey. Hey, it's okay. I'm sorry too. You're going through a lot right now.
yeah. Yeah, I really am.
I think you should go home. Go visit your family. Take Emily too.
I think. Yeah, maybe you're right. I mean, it's not like I can play them anything, but I can show off my fractures.
Don't worry about that. You're more than a musician. You're intelligent, articulate. There is so much more to Franz Liszt than his work, and there's so much more to Felix Barlow than his. Because you're not Liszt, and you're never going to be. You'll never be Gershwin or Beethoven or Mozart either. You were never going to be any of those guys. You are always going to just be you. And I reckon that you is worth learning a little bit more about. Why not practice that? Know your worth. You'll learn the rest later.
Thank you. Really, thanks.
So I ask again, what's next?
Help me pack.
More like pack for you.
Hey, I'll be there.
You will.
Do you mind getting my chair? The stick's finicky.
You're finicky.
Yeah, I know. Come on. Once I tell her we're coming, my mom will be more excited to see you than me. Miss Delaire.
Yes, Mr. Barlow.
Nothing. Thank you, Miss Delaire.
You're welcome, Felix.
Oh my goodness. I am like so grateful for these amazing actors. I'm just blown away. It was so astounding and awesome. And just like I really appreciate getting the opportunity to have my work seen in this way. And I'm sure Ethan can say the same.
100% MJ. That was beautiful. Absolutely
so
stunning.
much.
You deserve all the praise that you get from your friends and your family. That's
Thank you
beautiful.
so much. You absolutely do too.
Thank you so much. Well, thank you all so much for coming and watching the first ever student collaborated original works Work Your Craft. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I really, really hope they continue this in the future. MJ, you better keep
Absolutely.
writing once I'm gone.
You better keep writing once you're gone.
I crossing fingers. All right, everybody, you have a great night.
Thank you
Stay
so
safe.
much.
Keep working your craft. Bye, guys. Thank you. Awesome job, MJ.
Oh, thank you so much. Your piece, I was just like,
Thank you. Abby, Emily, great job. And not Emily. Abby and Kat, great job.
Emily.
Yeah. You guys are awesome.
Did Ian leave? He was like so incredible and just dipped. And I wanted to be like, oh my gosh, you did such a good job.
He's
get him.
phenomenal.
I forgot they're both in practice rooms. Ian took to the